Hi, I'm Ross, and I am setting off on a journey this Monday coming as a mature student. I am 46 years old, and after having worked for a number of years as a safety manager for civil service, I'm going to start one of these master's degree things, and I thought, why not vlog the journey? Why not sit in my office in a t-shirt, relax, and tell you about how I'm getting on, and hopefully my perspective, the same as everyone else in the world, I have a unique perspective. Surprise, surprise. Thought if I perhaps put it onto a video that some people might get something out of it. So here we are. Along the way, I'm going to have to learn how to vlog in the first place, how to set up microphones. Sorry, the sound quality here, I hope I will fix in the editing. Need to find out how to edit videos, and yeah, we'll progress along together, I'm sure. But yeah, for now, hello, welcome. If you're one of the 6 people that have come over here and followed me from Facebook, thank you. If you have just found us through organic search, then welcome. Stick about, and if there's anything in any way interesting, then why not subscribe? I'm pointing subscribe as if I know where the subscribe button is. We'll see. The next video will be better, I'm sure. So my professional background, having come from a number of small businesses, I've worked in management development across call centres. I've worked for excuse me, I've worked as a cleaner. I've got a small spider here. There we go. Got him out of the way. I've worked across a number of businesses, doing a number of things. I've run a number of small businesses, and eventually found myself in civil service, where transitioned from security into safety, and eventually became responsible for explosives at certain sites in Scotland where explosives are held en masse. More importantly than being responsible for explosive safety, I was responsible for the safety of people. Any person on the site, any person who could be affected by your work-based activities, by your acts, omissions, etc. The team on the sites where I worked, my primary responsibility was to look after them. Coming to safety from a place of wanting to do your best for other people, I think that's not the worst starting point, but there also has to be some safety expertise as well. Talking about safety expertise, that obviously leads to some of the challenges that I have had in my professional career. Professional challenges include me being put into the position of, or promoted into the position of a safety manager, when in actual fact the best safety qualification I have is my NEBOSH General Certificate there, which I'm sure plenty of you online will either already have, be about to sit, or have long since forgotten the content of. People suggested that I perhaps needed some more qualifications than just a NEBOSH certificate and explosive certificates, they're not on show, explosive safety management and what have you. They kind of argued that I ought to be doing something like a BSc or an MSc, a degree level qualification. But eventually I was able to demonstrate that actually as a manager, providing authentic leadership for the task, the team, the individual, looking after those who perform the tasks, looking after those in my care, I was able to bring out the very best from my team. And as I brought the best out from my team, those doubting people within regulatory bodies or other establishments started to fall by the wayside, because they started to see that actually having a proactive professional approach to simply doing the best no matter what the topic is actually not the worst place from which to start. But as people decided that, okay, maybe you don't need a professional qualification, Ross, provided that you are successful in management, then you can get through. As people decided that this was the case, I of course thought, I should probably get myself a wee qualification. So now that it's no longer being funded by the organisation and I have to pay for it myself, now's the time. Now's the time to do the Masters in Safety with Risk Management. I think, but don't yet know because this is my first video, I think my vlog is probably going to be just as much about resilience and challenges and me pulling my hair out, me scratching my head at some of the work that I have to do. I think it's probably going to be a place where I can offload and vent and let other people see that if a 46-year-old mature student who also has the same commitments as others, you know, we've got family, we've got work 9 to 5, we've got pets, trying to keep fit, failing miserably, and various other facets of life. In actual fact, just yesterday we had my mum's funeral. My mum was always a very strong advocate of learning, going on to get a degree and use that to her professional advantage, and keen that I should do the same. I always maintained I don't need a degree. I'm professional enough as I am. I don't need to further my education, provided that I have the correct set of behaviours. But with the possible challenge of dealing with bereavement, still quite raw. I think now's the time to actually vlog my journey. Not everybody has it easy all of the time. Social media is full of everyone with a rosy life and, you know, best of cars and the happiest of people, and it's not real life. I thought I would perhaps start a vlog that lets other people see, here's me going through my qualification, here's what's difficult, here's what's good, here's what's bad, here are my thoughts, and if it's possibly of interest, then possibly some people might subscribe. The most important thing for me is the ongoing professionalism. I hope that continues throughout the qualification. So my decision to do a Masters with Strathclyde and vlog about it, I like to try to be of use or help to other people, as well as daytime work. I'm also in HM Coast Guard in the local area, His Majesty's Coast Guard. So on call to respond to any 999 requests or support from other agencies in the local area. I sing in a band, I've got a family who you know, family life just takes up time as well. So I thought it'd be interesting to try and vlog the difficulties that I have, or I presume that I'll have because I've not started yet, in doing the master's degree whilst juggling each of these things, singing in a band, vlogging, and now, of course, overcoming grief. Why not speak about these things? And if one person finds it beneficial, then maybe that's a good thing. As I said, we've only got 6 subscribers though, so it might just be, you know, maybe 1 or 2 people watching and me sitting here in an office making a fool of myself with poor sound. I will try and fix that, fix the sound when I'm editing the videos. But one of the biggies for me sharing positivity. I am big on having a positive outlook. And as an example, as I sat with my mum the other night as she passed away, I spoke to one of the nurses and asked about a specific style of breathing and, what does it look like and is that what's being demonstrated here? And she was kind of taken aback. But for me, I said, well, no, this is an opportunity for my mum to give me the chance to learn one last thing while she's still here. So I think that in any setting, we can look for the positive. It would be foolish to walk through life and thinking that everything is always rosy. But if we can look for positivity where it exists, then why shouldn't we? I'm very much led by, I have a tattoo on my arm. In fact, let's see if we can edit a tattoo picture in right here. There we go, that's it. I'm saying that's it. There's nothing there, I'm pointing to mid-air. I'm hoping that I learn how to put a picture in above my finger of my tattoo. I've got a tattoo that says, be kind. And that, for me, is a big thing. And it's kind of part of why I've wanted to do this vlog, so that I can be a kind voice to those who need it, and be a voice of support to others. Let people see that they're not the only ones at their wits' end with a deadline or having to cite their sources in a specific manner that doesn't make any difference to anyone that's non-academic like me at the moment. I think that these challenges, they say a problem shared is a problem halved. Don't worry, I'm not coming on here to simply say, oh, woe is me. I'm coming on here to say, I've got well, who knows what I'm coming on here to say, because this is video one. Work, family, should it be in that order? Family, work. Outside interests, hobbies, the Coast Guard, going out with the dog, walking the dog, doing gym or swimming or whatever it is that people do outside of their working lives. I think one of the challenges over the next 3 years, a 3-year course, will be how to balance each of these activities for best effect. I think that I have got a slightly unique perspective, as I said, the same as everyone else in the world, a unique perspective. And as somebody who has been a safety manager for a number of years, this ought to be a walk in the park for me. It ought to be really straightforward, it ought to be easy, it ought to be things that I already know, just getting put into slightly different language. I bet you it's not. Over the next wee while, over the next 3 years, I hope to bring a unique perspective. I hope to demonstrate that even for somebody who has done the job of safety manager for a number of years, this learning is still difficult to do. It's if it were easy, everyone would do it. I don't think for a second that I'm going to sail through. I think it will be difficult. And I'd like to share that it is difficult. But who knows, as we go through with the Coast Guard or go through even with some of the things that I can share from work, there might be some areas of interest. So with those areas of interest, what are we going to do? Why are we here? Well, hello, as I said, I'm Ross. I've labelled myself as Scottish Safety Guy, or at Scott Safety Guy is the channel. I think I've also set up do we call it X now? Do we call it Twitter? I don't know. I've set up a Twitter account, at Scott Safety Guy. I've set up an Instagram account, at Scott Safety Guy, and of course this YouTube channel, at Scott Safety Guy. And I presume that we'll have vlogs on how my course is doing. We will probably have vlogs on safety, advice, support. We will hopefully have questions from you or comments from you. Come on, don't make them too hard. Don't make them too cutting. This is my first foray into YouTube. What we will see is there will probably be some personal growth insights as well. I will hopefully openly share with you the good and the bad, and the ugly, and see how we go. Yeah, Scott safety guy. Yeah, let's grow the brand with all 6 subscribers that I currently have. 6 subscribers. Oh, well, if anyone's watching this and not subscribed, apparently it makes a difference. Subscribe. Where is the subscribe button? Probably there somewhere. And engage, ask questions. I think that it should be an open, communicative platform. I hope that it is. Because let's get this right, I'm not just doing it for, I'm sitting here saying, oh, I want you to learn, I want you to be supported and feel supported. No, I also want to feel as if I'm doing something useful, feel as if I'm engaging with others. And in order to do that, I actually have to engage with others rather than just sit here in my office and stare at my little camera. So I'd be really grateful for any support. And if you do want to sign up and follow the journey, please, even if it's only to point and laugh and I fall flat on my arse, that's fine as well. I'd be grateful for any support. And really, so the end of this video is to say that I'm Ross, Scott Safety Guy, and I'm a mature student. I expect to be sharing a positive outlook with others. I expect to be sharing when things are hard and not going well. I expect to be sharing that, I'm on an educational journey of continuing professional development and safety learnings, and hopefully also demonstrate just little snippets of kindness over the course of the journey, as per the tattoo that I hopefully put up there, was it? Yeah. So I guess my sign off will simply be, be kind, be safe, obviously, but importantly, be you. I don't normally sit doing any form of work type stuff in a t-shirt such as this. I'm always very well presented, nice shirts, perhaps a 3-piece suit, etc. Look professional, feel professional, act professional, show a professional team, which will then suggest professional outputs. But this is me sitting in my office at 9:20 at night, day after my mum's funeral, just bringing you what I think is an open version of me. So be kind, be safe, be you. That's got to be worth more than anything else that we can bring. If you can bring the best version of yourself to anything that you do, then that's got to be worth a lot. Don't know what the next video is going to be. So I've mentioned, as I said, my mum a couple of times. We'll maybe look at resilience and what it means for success, how to overcome things. Everyone does that. This is my particular journey into a master's degree. And yeah, if you fancy, come along for the next one. If you don't, that's absolutely fine as well. I'll keep doing this, and anyone that wants can keep coming to watch it. Thanks all.